idea, HostGator can help bring it to life online.
I forgot all about that group. Man, that music you up and down. That's all making it that. Who was licking you up and down? Don't worry about that. But nobody was licking me up and down at no 8 years old when I was out. I hope not, bitch. I hope not. I was a mess back in the day. Cause tonight, baby, what's going on? Bitch! I had no idea what the hell we were singing about at that time. No! Until I got older. A little bit older. Who was you letting? Nobody. But baby, I was, you said back in the day. Back in the day I was. But, I was a mess then. Yes. And I'm still a mess now. And bitch, and there's nothing you can do. If y'all could have seen what he just showed me before the scam. The best stuff happens before the show starts. I'm trying to tell you. It happens all the time. The best stuff. Maybe. The best stuff. One day we'll do behind the scenes of the shit we talk about. He ain't believe me. Name's gonna be bleeped out, but he ain't believe me. But I had to pull some receipts. Yes, he pulled out the receipts. And I said, okay. I was not bad. I was not bad. I really wasn't. Don't ever. Because I know how to get it. Oh, I know you do. I know you do. I feel bad. My friend Sean used to say to me, how do you always they get I'm not gonna tell them, try not to tell them what happened. We'll tell them. But what's going on too? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with another video. I hope you guys enjoyed your week, married and all. Yes. Well, wait a minute, man. Don't do all that. No. We'll do that. That's 54 in mind and that. Nobody got anything. Wait till this church get a load of these videos. Okay? If you think the bills are getting paid, wait. Well, what are you doing to get the bills paid? Going on dates, bitch. But listen, baby. So, I hope you guys had a great week. We're having a great week. Quick update. I went to go see my mom this week. My mom is doing much better. She's getting even better than she was before. Before I would go, you know, she wasn't really saying much. She's saying a whole lot more. Her main thing is getting the hell out of there. And I told her, you need to do what you gotta do to get out of here. My plan is to do a surprise birthday party for her. I was already assuming that she'll be home when it's her birthday, next Friday, November the 3rd. So I'm not sure. So I might have to do it something there or something here. I'm hoping that she'll be home next week. I'm hoping. If she's not home next week, I'm sure you can get in touch with the rehab and see if y'all can set like a little dining room. Yeah, and do something for her. Yeah. So we was talking. I was telling her about my life and stuff like that, and like she was able to talk to me. And we still have our little talks, but I miss the old school talks we used to have. But right now, I just accept what I can get. So yeah, she's doing well, and thank God you can talk to her. Yes, amen. And thank y'all for all of y'all prayers and all of y'all messages. And I let her know that you guys have been praying for her and asking about her and all of those good things. To everyone watching, please make sure you click the like button. Also share this video to Facebook, Twitter, on YouTube, to Instagram, via text message. Please make sure you share our videos, because a lot of y'all don't be sharing the videos. And I need you guys to share the videos if y'all want me out my mom's bedroom. Okay, they say a whole bunch of stuff. So I need you guys to help us. That's not nice. Yes, okay. That's not nice. It's so mean. It's so mean. Oh, Lord. Is that all it is? Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. You go to Lipstick Alley, you see a lot. Oh, wow. I was like, why did you go there? Yeah, I do, because, that's where the hardcore messages be at, and that's where they get you together. So, they said they would touch your mom's bedroom. This is not even her bedroom. Yeah. I mean, well, it's mine, but, it's her house, so. Yeah. It's her bedroom. But it is what it is. And then we need a new camera, so, is that what you're saying too? They say we need a new camera. Now listen, this is an HD quality Sony camera. Is good. It is. Now to some people, I I guess it's not in 4K. So I don't know. I don't know what else do you guys want. Now, if I sat here and edited a video in full HD, it would take hours.
Let me just say this real quick. I'm gonna stop here real quick, and I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna move on.
Yeah, because we got
this little horrible camera has gotten us so much notoriety that in a few weeks we're gonna have the black mother of Hollywood back on our show, Miss Jennifer Lewis. This little camera, and actually before we got this camera, the previous cameras before this were a little bit worse than this one. Got us people like Jasmine Sullivan, Little Mo, the Braxton sisters, Michelle Williams, Luke James, Lady Gaga. Beyonce has watched a few of our videos. Kelly Rowland as well. Janet Jackson called you from So shout out to those horrible cameras and to this little camera. I just put out all the receipts.
Yes.
So this little camera is getting us somewhere with these people.
Yes.
Right now, okay?
Yes.
And I'm actually trying to. My hardest with this little camera. I am in the works to try to get singer Tamar Campbell on our show.
Tamar Campbell.
So hopefully, if we're not too bad a voice,
you want to be a bad cat?
All right. So let this little camera keep doing what it's doing.
Yes.
And it's getting us somewhere.
Amen. It's always been getting us somewhere. And thank you to those that watch the Scorpion.
And shout out to people like this who don't mind this little rinky-dink camera. And they say, we don't mind your camera so much that I want to come on your person.
Yes.
And I tell people all the time, sorry to keep cutting you off, but I tell people all the time, family and friends, they say, well, how do y'all get these people on this show? Like, how do you reach out to them? I say, we don't. They reach out to us because I don't know these people information.
Yeah.
And it's the truth. They do. They find us on social media.
Yeah. Or we find them. So
shout out to this little rinky-dink camera.
Shout out to the Sony camera. Now, if y'all want us in 4K, I don't know. I don't want to ask for nothing.
Well, you know what? Everything is not meant for everybody. So maybe we're not meant to be in 4K. Did you ever think about that?
I don't think we need to be in 4K because I know that would take forever to edit. But I mean, I wouldn't mind trying.
Keep doing what you're doing. You'll get what you get.
Yes. So.
Everyone likes saving money.
I'd boil these stilts with some. I'm saving up for a tuba.
So we made the energy-saving Nest Thermostat E. E is for easy on the wallet.
This beer is true to its roots. Brewed only in Golden, Colorado, and nowhere else, ever. Coors Banquet. That's how it's done.
I wouldn't mind trying.
Keep doing what you're doing. You'll get what you get.
Yes. So, and that's in everything. You know, actually, yes, keep doing what you're doing. Keep getting what you get. That's in everything in life. When you keep doing something, and if you don't like the way it's turning out, but you still keep doing what you're doing, you want to keep getting the same results. So if you want to change it, you gotta switch it up. But also, you guys, last Friday, we let you guys know that we are a part of the sponsorship program on YouTube, where you can sponsor our channel, The Scorpion Show, for $4.99 a month. Now, with subscribing to us right now, the perks currently are we're going to do a monthly live stream with our sponsors. That's between Mikkel and I and you, the sponsors only, so that way none of the trolls that like to say some of the stuff that I just talked about, they won't be in there. Will be nothing but us, and you'll be able to call in and talk to us without trying to fight other people trying to get through, and you'll be able to chat and we can, talk about whatever you got going on. Also, with everybody who sponsors our channel, we will give you guys a shout out on the following video. So as of Thursday, 6:20 p.m. or October 26th, I want to give a shout out to Penny Diva, Mo Money 0408, Kihende Ogundoli, Atoya Nelson, Teresa Johnson, Sean Douglas, T-Bell 1967, WL, Kareem Gatlin, Maya Roberts, Day L, Tia Kennedy, Hope Bishop, all 39 M. Tiki, and Andrea Reed. So I want to say, we would like to say thank you to those who have sponsored our channel this week, and hopefully more of you guys will sponsor our channel over the weekend. As you guys know, we have a 10th anniversary of the Scorpion Show live show that's coming up and it's going to be in the summer of 2018, which we're really excited about. So you sponsoring our channel helps pay towards that event. So
and right now, not to cut you off, right now we've reached on our GoFundMe page. We reached $1,000 of our $10,000 goal for next year. So shout out to everybody who has donated thus far. If you would like to donate on GoFundMe, on our GoFundMe account, you can find the link on my Instagram account. You don't have to be following me to click on the link because it's in the bio. So you can click on it, donate whatever you want to donate, and it will go towards our 10th anniversary for next year. So shout out to everybody who's donated thus far.
And with more, the more of you guys that sponsors, we'll be able to do more live streams, not just monthly. We'll be able to do them bi-weekly on our channel, and we'll send you guys a private link. I'll let you guys know the date that we're going to do our first live stream. It's going to be within the next 2 weeks. So I would say between next week and November the 10th that we do the first monthly live stream. And hopefully, we'll be able to give you guys better perks real soon with the more of you guys that sponsor our channel. But we do say thank you to those who have sponsored our channel. Also, as a little perk, there is a badge that will be next to your name. So whenever you comment on our video, you will see a little badge next to your name. And we also give you early access to the video. So before everyone gets to see the video, you get to see the video first. And there is a community tab. If everyone goes to our home channel, if you guys have noticed, I've been posting in that community tab. Sometimes I upload pictures, sometimes I upload a video, or sometimes I ask, what would you like for us to discuss? But for those who are sponsors, you'll see sponsored only posts like the video. When a new video is up, you'll get a notification for that. And you'll see pictures and things like that on the community channel. So all you got to do is go to our homepage, youtube.com/The Show, and click on community. And if you guys want to send any messages to us, just click on the About tab and you will see a little mailbox there, and that way you can send messages to us. I did not know that we had a message box all of this time, so it was messages from like 2-3 years ago in there.
Where? On YouTube?
On YouTube. I did not know that they still do that. So you can write us messages if you can't reach us via Facebook or Instagram. And also, to those who are on the iPhone, you will not see a sponsor link, a sponsor tab. You have to go to a desktop computer or on an Android device. And once you sponsor us through your desktop or Android device, then you'll be able to get the same perks as everyone else, and you'll be able to still go to the community tab and see what we post. It's just that right now you can't sign up on the iPhone. And for everybody else, those who choose not to sponsor our channel, you will still be able to watch Scorpion Show videos. You'll still be able to watch us on live stream when we do a live stream video. And when we get, I'm really excited about this. When we get more sponsorships from you guys, we'll be able to do regular videos, not regular videos, but just videos on different topics and make them specifically just for you. So I'm looking forward into doing that.
Did you also mention the perks of being a sponsor is when we have celebrity guests like Jennifer Lewis, the sponsors will be the first ones that will be able to submit questions to us that we will ask the guests.
Yes.
Mention that?
No, I didn't, but you just did.
Okay? So that is one of the perks. And y'all know that the Scorpion Show is no stranger to interviewing famous people. So if we really are. And I don't usually toot our horn, but I'm going to toot it today.
Yes.
We're no strangers to interviewing famous people. So that is one of the perks that when we do, like, for instance, our first celebrity guest since having this sponsorship program is actress Jennifer Lewis in the next few weeks. And you guys who are sponsors will be able to submit questions that we will ask Jennifer during the
So look forward to seeing them post. It'll say questions for Jennifer Lewis, and you'll be able to drop every question. We'll pick the best ones,
and that's only for the
sponsors. And okay, now that our ad is over, we're going to get into the Scorpion Show video. First topic on hand, because everybody wants to know our opinion, and I'm not too shy to get my opinion on it. Tamar and Vince are getting a divorce. allegedly, they are getting a divorce. I don't listen. Okay, I really don't believe that they're getting a divorce. I think that this is a publicity stunt to get everyone talking. And the reason why I think it's a publicity stunt is because on the same day that it was announced that Tamar has filed for divorce on TMZ.com, hours later we seen a video from WeTV promoting the upcoming show, new season of Tamar and Vince. You know, so I don't think they're really getting a divorce. And if they're really getting a divorce, why is it taking her all of this time to just say, you know what, I'm getting out of this marriage?
I think that it's a sham, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. It just, at first, I'm like, okay, when I first saw it earlier in the day, I'm like, okay, you know, maybe because, you know, TMZ, they have been right on things. So I'm like, well, damn, maybe this is. And then when you said, a few hours later, when the video posted on WeTV, I'm like, oh no. And I posted it on my Instagram page, and I said to myself, I know for a fact these two are not stooping that low that they would announce filing or fake filing for divorce to promote the new season of their show, which, by the way, the clips that WeTV showed was the two of them going back and forth and having these marital issues on the show, and then Tamar taking her ring off and leaving it, and then she's getting marital advice from all people, Tiny,
including Tiny. See, this is the same thing that Tiny and T.I. were.
The same thing.
Yeah, but see, they had the same stuff. Allegedly, they have a whole relationship where they can do what they do, but T.I. can't.
Right. And then Vince is on the show getting advice from
Benzina.
So I was like, is this for real? Then I'm saying to myself, how low will you go? I mean, some people go pretty low. Okay, I mean, but how low will you go that you will stay filing for divorce or file for divorce so that it can be seem legit?
Yeah, I haven't seen about the records.
Me neither, but apparently she's filed.
Yeah.
And then hours later have this come out. It's like, it's so sad to me that people allegedly or whatever, people would stoop this low. It's so sad to me that you would do something like that. I just think it's beneath. First of all, it's beneath both of them. First of all, secondly, you don't take a situation such as divorce and make a mockery of it by trying to exploit it so you can get ratings for the new season of your show, because apparently the ratings aren't all that good for this particular show. It isn't. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, because I don't watch it. Well, I never did. I watch Braxton. I only watch. Yeah, I watch them. I don't watch the other show. Get ratings for your new season of your show, and then get out themselves. Like, I feel like this is beneath y'all. Yeah. You know, this is beneath y'all, and I think that hopefully. I'm gonna roll my eyes real hard when I hear that, oh no, we're not getting divorced, we decided to work it out. I'm gonna roll my eyes real hard because, like, yeah, well, we knew you weren't getting it.
Yeah, because it sounded like the way Tamar was promoting it, like, you know, I'm working on my marriage and stuff like that. Not unless the marriage was already in.
Oh no, they had this on when Tamar announced a few weeks ago that she wasn't making no more music because she was working on her marriage. That's because they already had this little scheme planned out. You're gonna announce first that you're working on your marriage, so you're gonna stop, and then a few weeks later we're gonna announce that we're getting a divorce.
Yeah.
And then that same day that we announce we're getting a divorce, the network's gonna release a trailer of us having marital problems. So yeah, come on, this was all planned out.
But you know, it do sound you know, but they do got some stuff on it. It seems like every time we hear about them, it's never in a good light.
No.
It's never in a good light. It's always something negative or always somebody owing somebody money. That's when we really hear about what's going on. Now let's say if this divorce is true, let's say if it is true, let's just hope that it don't get messy, because we know how Tamar gets on social media and she says a lot of things that she shouldn't say. I'll try. Yeah. I'm trying.
Well,
but you know, she said a lot.
Her and Donald Trump are walking up the same path when it comes to social media. They tweet things, but the difference between her and Donald Trump is she posts things and deletes them. She keeps it up there.
Well, hopefully someone is in Tamar's area where they can say, girl, don't post that. Don't do that now. Don't.
Hopefully her best friends around her.
Yes. But I mean, but you know what they did, because they post shit too, especially Victoria, who want to be friends with Tamar. You know, so I don't know if they're still friends or not, or maybe that wasn't a publicity. Toya. Okay, Toya got
She's praying for her again?
She got on TV and said, I mean, because, you know, it was dumb. She just was like, you know, I support her. Blah, blah, blah,
But Tamar came at her. She could say Tamar.
Yeah, I mean, but.
That's the thing.
Yeah. But let's hope that this thing, like, if it is true, if it's true. That's not a mess. Yeah, and then they have to be, because you see these stories like, Vince wants custody of Logan. Oh, Tamar wants custody of Logan. We already know how custody should go. The child should go to the mother, and the father would get visitation rights. That's what I think should happen. And, you know, I seen the show, she was saying that,
well, it depends, because I don't necessarily.
But I don't think Tamar is living like reckless wishes.
No. I wouldn't say no. I'm not talking about Tamar. I'm talking about in general.
Most of the time,
because there are a lot of good fathers out there.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's bad fathers.
No, but when you said that we all know that how it should go. No, that's not how it should go. No, it shouldn't go that way. The child should go to the parent who is more responsible, who takes care of their child. Because there's a lot of deadbeat moms out there.
There are.
And therefore.
I still think that the most powerful tool we have is story. You have to start with a story that changes a heart. Not a lot of people know this, but I stopped speaking for many, many years. I was afraid of speaking out. I was afraid of being caught. I started theater as a teenage kid. My mom put me in theater classes, and she thought this is maybe the way to fix his shyness problem. Not surprisingly, I liked it. I knew I was gay. It would be years before I would come out. But I was starting to see and meet people who were openly LGBT in the theater. I found a home. I started to hear stories about people like Harvey Milk, who was this politician who was openly gay in the Bay Area. His story was one of success. It's not what I had heard growing up in Texas. So I went into film. I always thought, boy, I wonder when I'm going to break through enough that the church folks with their big, hateful anti-LGBT signs will show up. And finally, at the Academy Awards, there they were on the corner. And I thought, all right, people are hearing us. At the very least, they're hearing us. There were a lot of little miracles on a thing like Milk that got it to the screen, and everything that happened after it got to the screen, those were just the most beautiful surprises of my life. Every single thing I've done meant taking my storytelling skills and putting them on a very, very different stage. People say, well, how did you do that? Why did you go and form an organization to try and win marriage equality? You don't have a law degree. And I'm like, yeah, because I think the most important thing to do when you're doing a court case is tell a really good story. We all have felt different. We've all had to confront it in some way. Dig into that. Find the power in that. And the more specific you are about how different you are and how outside you felt, the more that other person, who isn't exactly that, is going to relate to it. You're going to change their heart. You change that heart, you can change their mind. I don't know where I'm going next. What I do know is that story has power, and that's where I want to be. Whether we're telling those stories on a stage, on the screen, in a courtroom, I think there's a great deal of power in story. A way that we're able to communicate from our heart in a way that changes minds.
No, that's because society would like to tell us that there are more deadbeat fathers out there. Just like society likes to tell us that all black men are thugs and we ain't about nothing and we don't do shit and we ain't worth shit. But society, that's what society labels us today. So I think that while we all know that the child does usually go with the mother, but that doesn't mean that there aren't a lot of deadbeat moms out here, because there are. Just like there's a lot of deadbeat moms out here. There's a lot of great fathers out here too. And I don't think necessarily because we all know that this usually how it goes. That should be how it goes. The child should go to the parent who is more responsible and who's going to take care of that child, whether it be the mother or
I believe the child should go to the mother, not unless the mother really got something bad going on and she's not working and she's just not capable of being a mother. To me, I just think that a mother is more nurturing than a father. I'm not saying a father can't be nurturing, but I believe that a mother is more nurturing. And I believe that...
Well, I think you think that because you grew up with your mother.
I think I see it all the time.
No, see, I grew up with my mother and my father. And if I was to go with, I love both of my parents. See, I think you, like I said, I think you think that because you grew up with your mother, whereas though I grew up with both of my parents. And it wouldn't, if my parents were to split up when we were kids, yes, I would want to go with my mother. But I would also want to go with my father because both of my parents took care of my sister and I. They both were equally joined. You know what I mean? Of course, there were some things that my mother did a little bit that my father didn't do, but then there were some things that my father did that my mother didn't do. So I think that it all depends on who you ask. I think that if I had these friends, Shantae and Shayna, who I went to high school with, and they were, I think it's three of them, three girls, three sisters. They didn't grow up with their mother. They grew up with their father. They wanted nothing to do with their mother. And I guarantee you, if you ask people like them who grew up with their mother, they'll tell you in a minute, oh no, the child should go with the father. Or not necessarily go with the father, but they would say that our father was a provider and he was a good man and I can't see me not being with my father. You see what I'm saying? So I think it all just depends on who you ask. Because again, like I said, I think that you feel that way because you grew up with your mother. And
no, I just feel like mothers are more nurturing, period.
Yeah, but fathers are nurturing too.
I'm not saying that they're not. I said I believe that mothers are more nurturing than fathers, and that's not saying that the fathers can't be nurturing, because you see fathers like learn how to do hair, take care of it. Like you see it more now, but I still believe that if the mother, if she's not on drugs or anything like that, I believe that the mother, that's just my opinion.
And we all have kids should go with the father.
I think it should be with the mother. But that's just my thinking. I'm not the judge. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't think Tamar Braxton don't fight over that. If it's true, but I believe it's a publicity stunt. Yeah. And I don't think we ain't worry about them fighting over anything because it's a publicity stunt. Yeah, but you know what? But they have been fighting. Hold up. Yeah. You tried it.
Am I lying?
I'm gonna start posting.
Am I lying?
Well, McKenna whisper in my ear.
Am I lying?
What?
Did I just lie?
No, you're not. No. When I say that, it's like, because you know about that fight at the hotel and stuff. Like, no. Now, y'all know how I feel about that. Once that shit start going on, it's time to go.
Yeah.
You can't be saying, because fighting turns into other shit.
Listen, I tell people all the time, don't bite me unless we in the bedroom. And somebody bit me.
Let's go.
And it hurt so bad. It did. And I told them, no, I want you to suck.
Parish doctor is now up to date.
Let me just tell y'all real quick. I just get personal real quick. This is my spot. I have this my neck. My neck is my spot. It's my spot. And I love it when someone sucks on my neck. And they know what they're doing. Well, I had somebody sucking on me recently, and they knew what they were doing, but they got so aggressive that they started biting, and it started. At first, it felt kind of kinky. Then it started hurting. So I said, "Oh, wait, stop! You hurt me. You hurt me." It felt like, and then for like the next day, it just hurt.
And every time you do it about that person, maybe they knew they was doing.
I mean, they did know what they were doing as far as. Next. Go ahead, next time.
Okay. So we gotta go. So the real having to discuss Tamar and Vince's divorce. Yes, man. I mean, they made it like it looked like it was more like an afterthought thing, right? Yes, this is live, so I want to let you guys know that Tamar and Vince is getting a divorce. And Tamar, you know me and you have been going through so much, but you know, who said all this? Johnny, of course. You know, but you know, we love you and such, and we can't imagine what's going on, blah, 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 but we hope that y'all work it out and y'all do what's best for you, Logan, and Vince. You know, so I was like, okay, and then Jean's mom was saying, oh, I can't imagine. I'm like, wait a minute, girl, ain't you getting a divorce? So how can you sit here and say you can imagine? I can't imagine. You know what? Girl, that's the big stuff I don't like. But other than that, I just thought it was harmless. I mean, plus Tamar is a part of the news. Now, some people say, "Oh, well, they didn't promote Tamar's album. They're not supposed to." They talk about the news, and they haven't talked about Tamar was getting a divorce. So they talk about it, and so what? That's like saying, "Oh, well, there's been shit. Oh, the Scorpion show shit." And they talking about Tamar, and they go, "So what?" Some stuff I don't touch, but some stuff I will.
And they're not obligated to promote anything of hers.
No, they're not. No. And they could talk about it because it's topics, bitch. It was on TMZ. It was on every website. Every website was talking about Tamar events. So they get a chance to talk about it too, whether she's an ex-close or not. Because if you talk about what Star Jones be doing sometimes, and they talk about the other guests that be on all the old fake CM show or ex-close.
And they even have Star Jones on from time to time. Go ahead.
And she's starting to get her foot back in there.
Oh, yes, she is.
Because they ain't like her. They ain't fuck her.
I would like for her to come back.
Yeah. They talk about what? I like Sunny on the show. I like Lady McKay. She fits right on. I forgot all about.
She's been on.
I forgot all about Jedediah.
I need to catch up because the only time I saw with her on it was the other day when it was her birthday and her dad was here. And I really liked her dad on there. Yeah. I really liked him on there, and I just really liked him on there. And you can tell that he's, other than the politics, he's a real person. And he's one of those white guys that you sit down and really like to talk to. And yeah, y'all can agree to disagree. I really like John McCain wanted to do that day. But other than that, I haven't seen her get to any topic. Oh yeah. And I remember tweeting her. Remember I told you I tweeted her a few years ago saying how I wanted her to be on the show. And I think this is around the time when Elizabeth had left. And she had followed me back and whatever the case may be. And I just thought, oh, this is so awesome. And now she's on it. Yeah. I did the same thing to Sunny. Yeah. I tweeted Sunny too and said it to Sunny, and Sunny retweeted it. And so I think she said she retweeted it and said I hope so or something like that. And oh, she's on it too.
Yes, and I love her. And I love when they talk whenever like anything Spanish come on, a whole accent come out. I love that. But yeah, the view has been pretty good. And Meg McCain she'll say her view, and they'll go back and forth. Like it's cute. There's no arguing, no fighting. But when she's talking about that knee, Sunny and Whoopi got her together, and that's
what is that? Oh, yeah, the knee. Oh, okay.
That's the first thing. It's not about the flag. It's not about disrespecting soldiers. And they brought up. She got what you call it. They jumped her right on in, and it was cute. It was cute from there. It's no like they had Sonny's had a birthday celebration. Like the view is on point, and they're not missing a beat without Jedediah Davis. And I miss her though, but she's been an extra. I ain't think about it since. So yeah. So it's no shame from the real talking about Tamar getting a divorce. Now speaking of Jeannie Mai getting a divorce. From the real, I wanted to bring up a topic, and I asked Rox to discuss it, and I hope that she does discuss it because I would like to hear a female standpoint from it. But if y'all been watching the real, like sometimes I'll peep in, or sometimes I see a rerun where Jeannie Mai always discusses that she has no desire to have children, and at one point in time, she was saying like it was like a stumbling block in her marriage because she was saying that her husband really wants children, and she's good with children, but she doesn't have to hold your baby and give it back, say thank God I don't have children. Now she's been with her husband for 13 years. They've been married for 10 years. And still no children at all. And like she really has no desire to be a parent. And now she got on the road and said, we never had an argument, we never had a fight about cheating, none of that. He's a great man, but I guess they're growing apart. And I think the reason is because he really wants children and she doesn't. And I would like to know, well, like, what point before you get married do you discuss do you want children or not? I think that is something that should be the first topic that you discuss
in the dating phase.
Yeah.
Like in the dating phase, like those are things that I feel like you talk about in the dating phase. Like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 or 10 years? Would you like to get married? Do you want children? That's things that you talk about when you're dating somebody, especially when you're seriously dating. Some people talk about that when they ain't seriously dating. They just meet because they ain't got shit else to talk about. But people talk about that in the dating phase. You don't wait until you get married and say, oh, by the way, you want kids?
Yeah. Like, you should know. Like,
you should know.
Things you want.
But I feel bad for him because I feel like he probably thought at the moment that I met you, I thought you were fine. So fine.
Blue Moon is brewed with Valencia orange peel for a taste that shines brighter. 0 to 60 may throw your hair back,
but 60 to 0 will save your life. Right now at Firestone Complete Auto Care, get $50 off per axle on a standard brake service. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
But I feel bad for him because I feel like he probably thought at the time that he probably was on the same page as her at the time that he didn't want any kids. And now 10 years later, he's probably looking at it like, damn, I ain't got nobody that's going to carry my name to say when I die, you know, like, come on, I want children.
Or maybe even adopt. If she just like, yeah.
So she doesn't even want to adopt.
She don't want children at all. It's nothing to do with children.
That's kind of like, oh, like years ago I wanted them, but then as I got older, I don't want to make a child. I don't want to raise a child. And it's nothing that I don't love kids or whatever the case may be. I just don't want them because of the fact that I feel like for me, I wouldn't be that parent that would be able to give my all. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like if you know that you're not going to give your all to a child, then you don't need to have children. Just like when I see people out here killing these kids that they had, I'm thinking like, how do you conceive a child, carry this child for 9 months, raise this child, and then when they get to a certain age, you turn around and kill the child? Like, who does that?
Mental illness,
like it's crazy.
Yeah, like the lady that like mental illness is real, and some parents. Some mothers do suffer postpartum depression. It's something that's not even discussed a lot. Like I can't even explain to you what it is, but I do know that it's just like when mothers don't feel that connection with their child, like it can cause depression or they can have all kinds of different thoughts to go on. Yeah, but to kill your own child, you really have to be sick to do something like that. But people do it.
I feel like you gotta be sick to kill anybody.
And people have to really pay attention. You have to really watch. And I'm glad like people like Michelle Williams spoke up about mental health, and even Jennifer Lewis, who spoke about her having a bipolar disorder, which we're going to talk to her. I cannot wait to talk about her. I'm going to talk to her about, everything and get into this book. And if you have not, we forgot to say, if you have not pre-ordered her book, you can go to Amazon.com or you can go to your favorite bookstore and pre-order it. People ask, is there an audio book? I'm not sure, but I hope there is an audio book because I can only read this in her voice. So I'm hoping that there's an audio book somewhere because I know she
has a very distinct
voice. Yes. So yeah, how did we get to that? But
we're talking about having kids.
Yeah, having kids. But I do like she said, like I know that the boy's gonna be messy. I wish her the best, and if she do get married again, I hope that children is the first time that she discussed. But at some point, if you're not gonna get married, I mean, if you want to get married, you kind of have. I shouldn't say every marriage needs to have children, but I just think that that's a part of that goes along with the marriage, the children and everything, because it's like reproducing. Yeah. Even if you decide to adopt, right?
Because you think when you hear people are married, especially a young couple, you say to yourself, "Oh my God, you're married! Like, so when are y'all going to have kids? Or do you? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, especially when it's a young couple. Now, it's an older couple. You're like, all right, that shit is already sailed. But when you are young, it's kind of like you are expecting them to have kids, but there are some people that it's also kind of like too. It's a little like Oprah and Stepman. The two of them have been together for over 30 years, and yet they're not married. But some people look at it like, well, why the hell would you be with somebody for that long and not marry them? You see what I'm saying? But then again, there are some people out there who like, I want to get married, but I don't want to have kids. So,
but Oprah's not married to Stepman, though.
No, they're not.
They're not married.
They've just been.
Yeah. Because my sister, she doesn't want children at all. She didn't want children to the point where she got her own tubes tied. Like she was really determined on I'm not having children. So, of course, that was a big thing. And I shouldn't even say, it was a big thing in our family, like, with my mom and stuff like that. But some people, when they're at that point, they're like, they really don't want children. They really don't want children.
And your mom's Catholic, too, so it's like,
Yeah, she was just For my mom, she believes that every living being on earth should have children, and if you don't have children,
Yeah, 'cause she has a whole, she got a whole halfway house running in here.
yeah, she feel like, oh, it's so selfish to not have children, and I'm just like, Mom, like this is so. I still think that she has that mindset from back in the day, because back in the day, everybody had children, and I mean, bitch, they be having like 10, 15, like, girl, this is a new day. Everybody's not out here having children. You can still live your life.
No, everybody is out here having children.
Well,
Just not having children.
responsible. Some people are not responsible. You know what? That's all.
Yeah, a lot of people have kids. They're just not having them
Responsibly, and they're gonna be responsible with the children's father. Okay, because I heard this a long time ago, and I believe that this true. It's true. If you cannot see yourself getting married to this person, you should not have sex.
Exactly.
And I believe that.
Or let them, or you can have sex with them. Just don't let them.
No, don't have. See, that's the whole part of sex.
No, we're condom.
Yeah, but some people. Oh God. Yeah, I was getting there, but I'm just saying because some people don't like it, and then let's go into a whole another thing. Yeah, because that could lead to diseases.
Yeah, good.
Wait, what? With children, unwanted children. Why can't I get to my search box right here? Do you hear about this? They want to have an abortion. I've heard about it, but I gotta really read about it. And don't have nobody calling my phone anymore. Oh, you called me off a three-way a couple weeks ago. She asked me my game style.
Oh, that's because she was trying to use you then.
Yeah, you gotta get a game style.
I'll get to that soon as my phone comes back.
Yeah, my phone been acting up.
Yeah, mine is.
Like I gotta freeze and I gotta restart.
But it was just Instagram that was just acting up on my phone.
Yeah, always. I think it's the new update because I always have to turn it off. Oh my God, you can go live with 2 people now. Yeah. Yeah,
That's a mess.
Can you go private? Fuck that FaceTime. It's a lot of apps you can do. But yeah, FaceTime is my all-time favorite.
Oh hell, I can't even mess up. I don't even know what you're doing on FaceTime.
Bitch, I talk to people on FaceTime.
Yeah, okay.
I just got a FaceTime call.
I bet you did. Have you ever talked to somebody naked on FaceTime?
They didn't know I was naked.
Oh.
It's like who let me FaceTime somebody right there?
Who is that? Who the fuck is that?
Hello? Hey, what you doing? I'm cooking. You doing what? Oh, okay. What about dinner? Well, look, you're gonna be loud on this. You're gonna be.
Boy, I wish your mom was here. Instead of over there.
Hold on, wait. Keep that right there. Listen, it's me and Mikkel. I know it's saying poor connection and stuff.
Now, 3 nights later, hotels.com.
Yeah, so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard about that. You're live on the Scorpion Show. Say hi to Mikkel. Hi, Mikkel. Hey. How are you?
Good. Are you? We were having a conversation about people on FaceTime, right? And we were talking about people being naked on FaceTime. And Kevin decided to call you. I don't know why he decided to call you, but I think
he's trying.
No, I think myself and those who are going to see this video are probably under the impression that maybe he's been naked with you on FaceTime.
Lie.
I am not naked on FaceTime. No, you're not naked now, but have you ever been naked on FaceTime with Kevin? Here we go. Someone made a fake Christian name account.
Why would I have a Dixie? Oh man, they want to have a straight man. Want to have a conversation with with another drink and I was about yeah, always friends with me. Bitch, I laughed the whole time. You sure you weren't getting laughed at?